Electric car sales have long been dominated by Tesla globally. However, a Chinese upstart is rapidly overtaking Elon Musk's enterprise. Hey guys, in this video we will talk about the new EV car maker that is taking over. Before introducing hybrid and all-electric models, BYD began offering gas-powered automobiles in 2003. It ended combustion engine vehicles this year and rapidly grew its EV business. It may soon sell more all-electric cars than any other company. Many significant businesses operating in Shanghai were forced to stop production when the city entered a very tight lockdown earlier this year. Among them was the US-based electric vehicle EV industry behemoth Tesla Inc. Tesla was one of the few factories that were able to resume operations halfway through the shutdown and deploy resources to bring its employees into a closed-loop system. While Tesla focused on restoring production at its Giga factory in China, Chinese automaker BYD was quietly ousting the American market leader. According to corporate documents, the Chinese automaker supported by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway surpassed Tesla to become the world's top EV seller in the year's first half. In particular, BYD, which has its headquarters in Shenzhen, sold 641,350 new energy vehicles, or NEVs, in the first half of 2022, a 314.9% rise over the corresponding time in the prior year. Of those sales, 323,519 were battery electric vehicles. In contrast, Tesla only delivered 564,743 cars sold in the first 2 quarters of 2022. Recall that the EV juggernaut blamed China's supply chain and sales disruptions for a challenging second quarter after lockdowns and travel restrictions hampered its operations. The Shanghai Gigafactory 3 of Tesla, which will produce half of the company's global output in 2021, was closed for 22 days in May. Due to continued parts shortages, the factory's production struggled even after it had resumed achieving pre-pandemic levels. However, BYD's growth should be considered, particularly by Tesla. BYD has based most of its sales in mainland China, but it is also rapidly expanding internationally. BYD's facilities have remained open despite several regional lockdowns around China since they're primarily located outside major COVID hotspots like Shanghai, where Tesla has its most considerable Chinese presence. Currently, the business is on course to sell 1.5 to 2 million plug-in EVs this year, 3 to 4 times as many as it sold in 2021. Finally, Beijing's efforts to encourage its residents to reduce their carbon emissions have undoubtedly contributed to BYD's quick rise to China's most significant domestic automaker. Even in 2021, BYD seized the top spot, unseating Tesla in China with a total of 603,783 units shipped, an increase of 218% from the previous year. However, the US EV behemoth, which sold an estimated 240,000 vehicles in 2021 and accounted for 26% of the Texas-based company's global sales, placed in second place in China last year. Experts predict that BYD will eventually compete against foreign automakers on their home soil, particularly in the US, given the company's expansion plans. Recall that earlier this year, a model of an EV from BYD went on sale in Australia, and last year the company began exporting passenger EVs to Europe. Additionally, plans exist to boost production. Only a few places have assembly lines for passenger cars, including the company's headquarters in Shenzhen. Plans for roughly 10 locations to establish or expand facilities are now being carried out by the company. BYD began operations in 1995. Additionally, it manufactures electric buses, lorries, forklifts, and vehicles. And in more ways than one, the Chinese company is encroaching on Tesla's territory. The business declared intentions to introduce 2 new premium brands in November. This is part of an endeavor to change its reputation as a manufacturer of inexpensive cars and elevate its brand recognition in China. Additionally, it is extending its influence far beyond its nation. BYD just began selling automobiles in Europe, and in 2023, it plans to expand to Mexico and Japan. With plug-in hybrids included, BYD sales have surpassed those of Tesla. With sales surging again in November, it is catching up to BEVs in market share. BYD continues establishing additional facilities and soon intends to establish its first manufacturing outside China in Thailand, Brazil, and Europe. Tesla, following recent capacity increases in Shanghai, China's sales, including exports, reached a record in November. However, Tesla is already providing new price reductions in China despite mounting rumors that the company intends to reduce or halt Shanghai production. Additionally, it offers a range of year-end bonuses across the US and Europe. Due to sluggish demand, worries over Elon Musk's statements on Tesla's brand, and additional Musk share sales, Tesla stock has decreased. Tesla stock has continued to fall, reaching bear market lows. As China relaxes COVID regulations, BYD stock has lately recovered from bear market lows and is currently halting. However, it's not just about automobiles. Under the automotive segment, BYD has significant investments in products, including buses and forklifts, diverse electronics, rail transit, and renewable energy. The complexity of BYD makes the company's move into EVs logical. Its primary business is batteries, particularly rechargeable ones. To be fair, not all legacy car makers started as manufacturers of automobiles. The general supply to Motorola 2000 and Nokia, both large and small, 2002. All of this is quite educational. I apologize for it. The critical thing to remember is that if you're wondering where the new BYD Atto 3 SUV BEV appeared overnight, it came from a vast source. So it should be no surprise that BYD views its Blade Battery technology as a significant selling point for its EVs. While most other EV batteries use nickel, manganese, cobalt, the business has succeeded in making lithium iron phosphate, or LFB, function, or NMC. Unlike other batteries with numerous modules, the Blade puts all the cells together. According to the manufacturer, this technological package is more advanced in heat management, energy density, and crash safety. You may learn more about a nail penetration test by searching for it on Google. The 60 kWh version of the Atto 3, 420 km range, 80 kilowatts maximum DC charge rate, costs $57,990, while the 50 kWh variant, 320 km, 70 kilowatts charging, will be available later this year for $52,990. The Atto 3 has been released with one very high specification, but two battery sizes. The entire $8,625 clean car discount applies to both. The same performance for both is 0 to 100 km per hour in 7.3 seconds, with a 150 kW/310 Nm single electric motor (FWD). BYD even keeps the color scheme basic. Only three remain: the Hero Surf Blue, Boulder Gray, and the incredibly excellent Sky Off-White. We selected for our photographs. By the way, white is the only one who is free. The others cost $750. It has a sleek exterior, but is a rather traditional small-medium SUV. Despite BYD's claims to the contrary, the Atto 3 is positioned against vehicles like the MG ZS and Hyundai Kona Electric based on size, cost, and plug-in power. The inside strengthens that claim. Nothing in there has yet to be significantly designed or formed, so it is high-style to be sure. Themed on exercise and athleticism, it won't be to everyone's liking and is wild in some places. Ventilation vents resembling dumbbells, a center console trim reminiscent of a treadmill, and a dashboard finish that resembles muscle and sinew. With the thin layer of a soft edge over a rigid basis, it genuinely feels like skin and can be moved around like skin. The center of attention in the cabin is a 12.8-inch screen that can be switched between portrait and landscape orientation with the push of a button. While having both might seem like a gimmick, automobile manufacturers currently choose equally, so why not have both? It's a good concept. There is a ton of processing power inside, for instance, how quickly Bluetooth connects. Although components like that and the dashboard trim that feels like skin come off as a touch corny, Atto 3's technology and software are remarkable and reliable. Another car maker, Polestar, is also set to mark their presence in the EV market in 2023 with their new Polestar 3. Take a look at this video to learn more about this fantastic new EV SUV.